Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Tuesday the 25th, and today was a lovely day outside, hot upon unheard of record temperatures down here. People are just complaining and whining and booing about the heat. It wasn't horrible, it was kind of bad though. I got up this morning, got a few things taken care of, decided to go for a bike ride, and I decided instead of going over to the trail and riding the same trail over and over again, I would take and ride the roads, which is always more dangerous. Taking my life in my hands when I do that, because there's some people that don't pay attention when they're driving and don't give you your 3-foot space. So it kind of helped cheat that a little bit. I put a big poodle noodle sticking on the side of my bike, off the side of my seat, and it sticks out about 2.5 feet on the edge of my seat, and my mirror and handlebar stick out about 8-10 inches past that. So technically I'm only about 2 feet wider than what it needs to be, so I could be an extra foot, maybe even 18 inches wider than what it is, to help give cars a little more of a gap. You're supposed to give me at least 3 feet legally, but I'm just looking for something bright and yellow, something that distracts them from a regular bike, because every single person's ever hit a bicycle. Well, I guess there's a few people who probably did it intentionally, but everybody's ever hit a bicycle and it was not an intentional act, an actual accident, said, I did not see them there. I did not know they were there. I just, because your brain tries to make things the same. They try and make things make sense, and you instinctively might see the bike, but your brain blocks it out as, hey, this is a road, I'm supposed to be driving on the road, there shouldn't be a bike or a person there, kind of thing. So it happens quite a bit. They've done tons of studies with polygraphs and all kinds of things, and it is claimed I didn't see them. I literally didn't see them. They probably saw them, it's just their brain wants to make everything make sense, and having a bike or a person on the road doesn't logically make sense to them, so they're able just to block it out, just like they filter that out like a green screen type effect. So I put anything on my bike I can to draw a weird, different aspect to them. Even go, oh, look at this asshole who's got a noodle on the side of his bike, whatever. Anything to make them think about me more as an actual human being, as a thing, not as a bike that gets lost in their memory and just gets shut off in their matrix. So I went out and got my 34 plus mile bike ride in, ended up riding from the house, and normally I would go down south, turn back to the east, and then take like US 1. But I've done that a handful of times and kind of wanted to see something different. So instead I went back west and ended up running into the bike trail that I normally would ride. So instead of riding the bike trail there, and I thought, dang, that much down the road, there was virtually no traffic today. So I felt fairly safe out there doing it. It's a fairly dead road. And I ride that trail quite often. The road is 100 yards from it, sometimes 10 yards from it. So I can hear a lot of cars going by, and it was never really super busy. So I went ahead and rode the road all the way down until I got to my turnaround point, and then there was unfortunately a dead rattlesnake in the road, which I stopped and looked at it. It makes me sad when I see a dead snake. Had myself a snack, and as I headed back, kind of that halfway point, I usually give myself a little bit of nutrition, and then basically head back that way, which worked well. Coming back, I did ride the trail back all the way up until I had to take my road back home. So it was about 10 miles or so, the trail, that I was able to ride, roughly about 10-12 miles of the trail. Coming back, that I was able to, I guess ride a trail road over and over again, but it just took me off the road, took me out of the little less risk of being killed on the trail than it is on the road itself. So I did see a deputy sheriff SUV head down the trail north where I had headed back on east to go home. They took the SUV and headed up the trail, which is one of those things that, I'm never a big fan of seeing. Sometimes there's patrol and make sure nothing bad's going on. Other times it makes me nervous that somebody got hurt, somebody got injured, somebody's doing something stupid on the trail, or somebody's trying to rob somebody, or who knows what. So, and like right there, I saw a bike coming, and he's riding the wrong way down the highway, which, whatever, whatever makes you happy, kind of thing. But he's riding really close to the damn side, and the truck and the trailer hauling lawnmowers in front of me, like, almost clipped the dude. And I went way over in their lane to give him more space, especially doing 66 mile an hour. You don't want to get close to a bike. It's just not worth it. So, and this guy was like all standing up on a little crappy BMX bike, like a 30-year-old man pedaling his little heart out and shaking the bike back and forth like he's in a race. So, not what I wanted to be anywhere near. So, I got home from the bike ride though, went ahead, got my run in, got some yard work done, got a bunch of other stuff. I was already hot and sweaty at that point, so why not? Got some stuff done in the garage, ended up cleaning a few things here and there. Finally got back in the house, got the air turned down a little bit, because I turn the air up to 80 when I'm gone. Also noticed my dog has like a really bad, he scratched himself raw in a few spots on his neck and that, his shoulder. And every year, it's never the same time of year, but at least once a year he gets some weird allergies. I don't know if it's bugs that come out of the ground or if he's got allergies in the air or what the hell's happening. but it irritates the crap out of him. He's got little bumps all over him and stuff, and it just itches, and he starts scratching like crazy, and next thing you know, he's bleeding, and it really sucks. So I got some neck protection on him. I basically put like a race bandage wrapped around his neck and started pumping Benadryl into him and see if I can't keep that and get it down to settle down a little bit in the process. So called my vet to see if I can get in, because they have some a little bit stronger steroids and stuff. I usually put him on as well. And the receptionist's like, oh, sorry, the vet's out of the office until like, next week, whatever. So the earliest appointment we have to see the actual vet is like Wednesday. And I'm like, okay, you have a relief vet in there, I assume, right? Like always. And she's like, yeah, but we don't like overbooking that person, and so on and so forth, and blah, blah. And then I realized I got to find a new vet. I've been going to the same vet clinic for at least 2 years now, maybe 3 years I've been going to this place. And I've never actually seen the actual vet. Every time I go in there, it's a different fill-in vet. It's a temporary, basically an assistant filling in. And I don't know if I'm just, happen to be the few times I've went, they've been on vacation, or if they're on vacation all the damn time. I don't know. But I can't build a rapport. Every single time I get there, that people act like they're terrified of my dog every time, because he's a giant 110-pound dog, but he's a giant baby. I've literally got people stabbing needles in him and stuff, and he doesn't even look back at them, all kinds of crap. And every time they freak out like they're going to be attacked and killed by this dog and stuff. And I want to find a vet clinic that I can actually deal with, that I can, actually build a rapport with and go from there. So I got some advice from people to, who to go see. I'm going to I put it on Facebook and ask some questions that way. I'm waiting around until I can make my final decision. I'm going to take some votes people and probably go check out a couple of them myself and just kind of walk in and be like, hey, they might change in offices and stuff and blah, blah, and kind of see what the feel of the office is when I get inside there. But other than that, I went ahead and basically chilled out. I ended up making myself some tater tots and chili, which is one of my favorite dinners. I just cooked up a bunch of tater tots and then basically some beanless Hormel chili, put on a chili dog. I topped on top of it, and that to me is a great dinner. Karen will eat it, but she's never, I don't think she's that big of a fan. But since she was gone this evening, I didn't have to worry about her choice in dinner. So I went ahead and getting that done. Ended up talking to my mom on the phone for an hour and a half. We chatted about all kinds of weird things that going on. Sometimes she doesn't want to talk 5 minutes at a time. Other times we'll talk for an hour and a half. So just kind of depends on what mood I guess she's in at that moment. So, but I watched some Netflix and kind of just chilled out a little bit. Didn't go out and have a cigar. It was just too damn hot. It wasn't worth going out and doing. So anyway, that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.